in all of this we have to stay true to our values, to our laws, and that which we hold dear. Liberal democratic culture means that we're not tolerant with those who are intolerant.
20,000 of the 85,000 people in my city are Muslims, and nobody left to Syria, and that's an exception in Belgium, because we had a lot of people going to Syria. But it has to do with two things: a policy of proximity, being very close to people, try to prevent that they get radicalized, and secondly by creating an inclusive city where diversity is a value and not a problem.
We're investing all our means, all our capacity in the final stages. And that's when repression comes in. It's extremely expensive and ineffective. We need to believe in our own narrative a lot more, and we listen to a very passionate plea of the mayor of Malines, a Belgian town nearby that has 0 jihadis. And he says, you know, you have to live up to your own standards. That means if you're talking about inclusiveness, you have to be inclusive. If you're talking about democracy and the rule of law, then you have to apply the rule of law equally. No double standards. And it all sounds so obvious. And yet, if we look at the European counter-terrorism strategy, where does all the money go? To huge IT systems, you know, trying to detect people who are, you know, below the radar anyway, in a lot of repressive measures, which is basically at the end of the process, when it's too late, when the crime has already taken place. So we really need to go back to the very starting point. Why are young people susceptible? Make sure that they are less susceptible to the messages of hatred. That is where we need to put our money.
When I'm dealing with my own Muslim students here in the Netherlands, what I see is that they have nothing with this whole IS. They find it ridiculous and abhorrent, but they share the same anger. And that's for me the very interesting thing. And what is this underlying anger? And that is that they feel as citizens of this society that double standards are being used. The whole notion of freedom and equality is not applied to the full.
The struggle we have to fight is not a religious one, but it's a struggle against totalitarian thinking. And the way you win that fight is to convince people of our European values and our European system.